Hello everybody, welcome back to RFC News. We do have a bit of breaking news for you as we come into the afternoon. And in fact, yesterday's live stream we were discussing some transfers, doing a bit of a transfer roundup yesterday. We did state that the new sporting director who just joined the football club did state in his opening interview that in the next couple of days, we will know who the manager of Glasgow Rangers is going to be. Now, there's been a short list. Of course, Steven Gerrard was ruled out of it a couple of days ago. But I think the fans' favourite at this moment in time and the fans' wanted choice is, of course, David Ancelotti. And there was reports coming from Marca and all of these kind of things stating that it did seem as though he was going to be getting the job. Now, in the background, there has been Russel Martin, which hasn't really been the delight to many supporters, including myself. It doesn't really fill me with that much confidence. However, despite that, I suppose, coming out of the left wing, I didn't think it was going to happen. However, Fabrizio Romano, probably one of the most trusted journalists in all of football, has just came out moments ago and stated that Russel Martin is going to be joining the football club as the new head coach of Rangers. Yes. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's go through this. I'll give you my thoughts and opinions. We'll also jump into the live chat and take your thoughts and opinions on Russel Martin. We'll go through the pros, the cons, and all that sort of stuff as well. But yeah, let's go through what Fabrizio Romano has said with regard to Russel Martin being the new head coach of Glasgow Rangers. As you can see, Fabrizio Romano, Rangers are closing in on the appointment of Russel Martin as new head coach. Former Southampton manager has already accepted the project, ready for new chapter. So there you go. I mean, that's it. You can see it in black and white. You can see it in the writing there. Russel Martin, according to Fabrizio Romano, is, of course, closing in on the vacant managerial role at Rangers. Now, if I look at it on social media, and that doesn't speak for everybody in the Rangers fan base, but there seems like a bit of an underwhelmment with regard to the name of Russel Martin. And I do agree. Actually, to be honest with you, I look at Russel Martin's CV and I'm thinking, actually, what has he done? I know he won the playoffs with Sunderland, Southampton, and he's managed Milton Keynes, Swansea City, and Southampton. That's his managerial portfolio as such. He's played for the club. People can say that. Some fans would like the fact that he's played for the club, albeit it was on loan back in 2018. But yeah, it doesn't really fill me with confidence personally. However, we have got people diving deep on Russel Martin, and I'll be able to try and get a video for you a little bit later on, maybe going through why Rangers have chosen him. But one thing that I would say about this managerial appointment is that for the last couple of managerial appointments, whether that been Michael Beale, whether that been Giovanni van Bronckhorst, the Rangers fans have were the ones that were pushing the board to make those appointments. So whilst this one is a bit left-wing, maybe a bit unpopular with the fan base, maybe it could work out in a way that it's not just a lucky pick. Who's the fans talking about as the manager? Let's take him. It's a calculated one. Guys, remember, we've got a new management now. People, ownership in charge now that are making these decisions. It's not the old board that were just, taking a lucky dip on decisions in the boardroom. We have got a new ownership model now. So if they're going to go with it, you've got to go with the benefit of the doubt. If they've picked them and chosen Russel Martin as the next manager, then I'm sure he will get a warm welcome at the football club. Of course he will. You know, Rangers fans will stand behind their coach, of course. No, nothing's been done. But if the 49ers are making the decision, then it's our job to get behind the new head coach, despite how underwhelming it might seem right now. However, there has been some underwhelming managerial appointments in football history, and again, they've turned out to be all right. I suppose the thing with Russel Martin is that he's got managerial experience. Some fans were saying with David Ancelotti, well, he hasn't got any managerial experience. So he has got managerial experience. He's played for the club. He knows the club, I suppose, if that's a box to tick as well. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not paid to make managerial appointments at Rangers, and we've got to trust that we've got the right people in the right place that have made that appointment for us, and hopefully, as stated, it will all work out. But yeah, I don't get it just yet. I don't get it just yet. I don't understand it. I don't understand the appointment, but hopefully I'm proved wrong. And as I said, I like to eat humble pie on this channel. I really do. I like to eat humble pie. I've been doing it for a few years, so I've said some crazy stuff before, and I've had to eat humble pie. But I don't know. I'm not too sure I'm happy with this appointment. But that's just my feeling right now. Maybe as time goes on, we'll see. But right now, it doesn't feel that great, does it, guys? It doesn't feel that good, does it? Anyway, enough about me blabbering on. Let's get into the live chat. Let's see what the Rangers fans are thinking with regard to it, guys. Do jump in the chat. We'll get your thoughts and opinions up on the screen. See, look, most people are already coming into the live chat here. Look, Scott says, massive disappointment. In this case, this is boring football with no plan B. FFS, I hope not, says Jimmy. Andy says, it better not be Russell Martin. I'll take Postecoglou before Martin. I mean, Jesus Christ. Everyone is pretty unanimous on this one. We're doomed. All the fanfare. Then we give you Russell Martin. F my life. Chris says he only ruled himself out. His family comes first at the moment with the grandchildren. Oh, Stevie G, yeah. Jason Cunningham says, I'd pick Barry over him. Andy Wilson says, from the good feeling about the takeover to a car crash of a manager. Everyone hates the sound of Russell Martin being taken over, by the way. Scotty John says, nah, not Martin. I bloody hope not. George says, sacked by Christmas. Wrong appointment. And no one's saying this is a good appointment. Look, Scott says terrible. Scotty says crazy appointment. Andy says it's a car crash waiting to happen. How can we go with a manager with no success at all, no European success? Well, people wanted David Ancelotti. He hasn't got necessarily any managerial experience. Davey Boy says, no, he's got an awful win, draw, loss record at MK Dons. Swansea and Southampton sacked by Christmas. Wow. This is a terrible mistake. Thierry says, finally not AI. Ooh. Tam Smith says, another step backwards. Everyone's on the same sort of page here. I don't think anyone's saying there's any positives. There we go. Kevin's saying, come on, guys, give the guy a chance. I don't know. It was probably the most underwhelming one out of the ones that I seen that we were linked with. I was quite happy to give David a chance. In all honesty, I really was. I was kind of hoping that David would take over, but I suppose we got to trust the new ownership. If they've selected him, then it's not the same guys making the decisions in the boardroom. So I suppose it can be trusted, and the jury's still out. But yeah, it is underwhelming. It does feel underwhelming for sure. David says, don't get it, but we'll get 100% behind him. Still can't believe we did not look at the Ipswich manager. Northern Irish took Ipswich up 2 divisions. Kieran McKenna, I would have been all over him, but I'm sure he was linked to Chelsea last summer. I'm sure he was linked to Chelsea last summer. I think he can go to one of the bigger Premier League clubs, Kieran McKenna, to be fair. Billy says he's a horrible manager. Don't want him. I'd rather give Stephen Davis the opportunity than this Donny waste of time. Yeah. I mean, guys, this is not fake, by the way. I wish I was bringing you... I wish I got baited by a fake Fabrizio Romano account, but as you can see there, troops, it's the real deal. And this is coming from Fabrizio Romano, so I mean, he wouldn't put this out if it wasn't genuine, Rangers are closing in on the appointment of Russell Martin as new head coach. I'm trying to see if there's a typo area there for new assistant coach or new coach. Nah, it looks like it's going to be him. God's sakes, man. Well, the guy that ruined our Europa League dream back in 2022. Alan says this could get nasty fairly quickly. Right, the thing is now that he's already coming in and he's not really liked is a bit of a problem. I always remember when Stevie G took over, 2018, there was almost a really good feeling about the place. Everyone was just really, really positive, from the fans to the players that were coming in straight off the bat. And I think that would have been the same feeling with David as well, actually, to be fair. But yeah, Russell Martin is not getting is not really getting anyone up for this. That's a bit of a problem. Just looking at the live chat, I know that doesn't speak for everyone as a Rangers fan, but seeing on X, seeing on Facebook, seeing in people that I'm friends with, no one's happy with this appointment. So we'll have to see what happens. Daryl says, honestly, don't understand people saying David Ancelotti has no experience. Well, we took on Gerrard with none. No, exactly. I mean, you know what I mean in terms of the main role, head coach role. I would rather take David with the 10 years of experience as an assistant manager to his father, Carlo Ancelotti, than someone that's failed at every single job he's been at. J72 says, money should have been spent on a manager. If anybody knows anything, the management has been horrid for years. Why risk this yet again? Going OB says, not as much as a risk as David. Some people would say this is a safe choice. A guy that knows the division well. All of these kind of things. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. But anyway, guys, I'll let you crack on. If there's any more developments as the day goes on, then be sure I'll be here to provide you an update in a live format or, of course, in video format. But, guys, this is the place to be for breaking news over the summer. We only listen to trusted sources, so make sure you do hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, all that good stuff. And do let me know your thoughts on Russell Martin down there in the comment section below. Thank you, guys.